Hey, what's up guys, yesterday we got some details on the new things the Hytale team have been working on, and I'll give you a short recap in this video, so let's get straight into it. They started off by telling they knew the presentation they showed last week was going to reach people that may have never heard of Hytale. So they made an effort to tell their story from the beginning and reintroduce various elements of Hytale with this new audience in mind. They also gave some info about the process they've been making over the last year. In this blog post they'll dig a little bit deeper into these new developments. Next they say they've concluded a deep investigation into all the things they need to do in order to ensure that Hytale lives up to its expectations. This includes the design and structure of Hytale itself. Many of these efforts are ongoing, particularly on the technical side, because they think it's important that Hytale supports a large interconnected community and eventually releasing on multiple platforms. This is good to hear because they are telling they are making the game compatible with crossplay in mind. In the next part they clear up some confusion some people have about them making the game multi-platform and dialing back on the scope of the PC version or their commitment to the creators. They say this is not the case. They want Hytale to have the same features on every platform they may add to the Hytale game. Of course they can't make every feature on every platform, but they intend to get as close as possible without compromising on scope or functionality of the PC version. While they've been working on technical aspects of the game, they've continued to test new and revamped features. As a result, many of these new features they revealed this weekend are prototypes, and they expect them to continue to evolve as development continues. In the next part of this blog post, we get to see some new details on the new climbing feature. They say they've been working on several new movement mechanics like mantling. Mantling allows the character to climb up a wall that would otherwise be too high to jump over, as well as making leaping across gaps slightly more forgiving. For a standing start, a player can currently jump and grab a ledge that is 4 blocks high, so this confirms that the character can jump higher than before shown. They've also been working on a new step-up system for 1 block inclines, which allow you to walk or run up shallow slopes without having to jump. This feature is basically auto jump in Minecraft. I hope they implement this in a correct way, because the first thing I turn off in Minecraft is auto jump, but I feel like they are making it so that your character doesn't even jump. It's like a smooth animation, so that's really good. They go on to talk about they've made some internal parkour trials to test these new features, and they've gotten a ton of demand for the ability to butt slide under low obstacles by sprinting into a crouch. This reminds me of Apex Legends sliding. If they make this feature really good, it's definitely a world changer in the movement of the game, so it's really exciting to see how this is going to work out. Also, don't forget these things are subject to change, so it might not even come to the game, but it's cool they are thinking about these little things. Next they talk about the new rocky landscape. This was the only example they showed of the new world generation. They also talked about how they are dramatically changing how Orbis is structured and the way the world is generated. The fundamental themes, cultures, and concepts that were previously represented by its various different zones remain, but they are re-evaluating the way they relate to one another as a part of the overall flow of the player's experience. They say they are aware that the Hytale community likes to document and map out the world of Orbis based on the details they have shared over the years. So consider this as a heads up that the changes they are working on will shake up some of those assumptions in a good way. So what we get from this is that Orbis' world generation is getting some big changes. So don't get your hopes up too much for some of the things you see, because it might change a lot, in a good way they say. And we've seen what they did with the combat overhaul, so I'm confident that they'll do it in a good way. The next thing they talk about is combat. They say they have been doing a lot of work on the Hytale combat system and that they are far from done, but it was great seeing such a positive reaction to the PvP clip that was featured in the video. They've been doing a lot of playtesting of these new combat features throughout that process. The fun of chaining special moves, the importance of fast footwork and careful positioning, the dramatic reversals of fortune that come with someone stepping a little too close to a dangerous ledge. In particular, they wanted to show off some of the work they've been doing on fast combat styles. Back in the summer they went deep on sword and maces as a way of illustrating the way different weapons change the way your avatar fights. In this clip, they show how light weapons, like daggers, enable a quick and evasive playstyle that uses supreme mobility to stealthily chip away at a foe. And once again they state this work is in progress, and that the specifics of how each weapon different functions are going to keep evolving as time goes on. Even so, they are really pleased with the process they've made, and they are glad to see that it has resonated with the community as well. Wrapping up the blog post, they thank the fan artists for their work and giving them motivation. They know waiting sucks, but as Noxy says in the video, they are confident that they are heading in the direction that will make the wave worthwhile. As last, they gave us a new music track from Oscar Garvin that has been playing in the background throughout this video. This is everything they showed in the blog post. If you like these types of videos, be sure to like the video, subscribe, and share the video with one of your friends. And I'll see you guys in the next Hytale news video. Peace.